So this is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that all the big bonuses are going to the new drivers. The big bonuses and challenges, Uber and Lyft are saving for the newer drivers. Why, you might ask, why do they not want veterans? Veterans are more likely to be more professional. Like in that situation where I had that medical ride and the guy threatened to bust me in the head, and I still handled it professionally, but yet safely to protect my own well-being as well. But still, I don't think a new driver would be ready to handle that, even the situation. I think a new driver would have got out the car, because in this scenario, it was an elderly guy that I picked up at the New Britain hospital. He was all beat up and bruised from falling in front of his house, literally falling over. And when I took him back home, I did not physically walk him in his property. I did not help him out the car or anything for liability reasons. You got to protect yourselves as drivers. A new driver, I think, would have not only helped him in the house, but when the guy asked to stop to get a pack of cigarettes, the new driver might have stopped and even got him the pack of cigarettes. I've seen new drivers do this. Like literally spend their own money to do stuff like that. And in the beginning, I'm not gonna lie, I used to like keep water and candy, and that stuff might work on the slightly higher platforms like XL, maybe Comfort or Black, but X level, no. The lower tier levels, passengers don't appreciate stuff like that. And the ones that do are far and few between. There are very few people that appreciate that. Some do. So unless you're gonna buy like candies and waters and pick and choose based on personality who you're gonna give that stuff to, don't waste your time or money. Another thing, I do believe in cleaning out your car. But as far as cleaning and vacuuming in between each ride, not necessary for the lower tier. These people aren't going to appreciate it. Again, I keep my windows locked because people will let their kids literally play with the windows. I keep the windows and doors locked, and some people get frustrated because they just reach over and like wonder why the window's not working. And I locked it, and I tell them, because people don't want to control their kids nowadays. So that's another problem. Same thing with the candy. If you keep candy, and I don't want to just say ghetto people, because it's all people. It's even people in, you know, these middle class neighborhoods, which is let their kids reach over and just grab as many as they want of anything. They'll grab a bottle of water, take a sip, and then grab another fresh bottle for the hell of it and take a sip out of that one as well. Wasting water. And not that that stuff's expensive, but it still costs. You know? And Uber and Lyft don't want, to back to my point, Uber and Lyft don't want veterans, mainly, I think, because of the money. Veterans are more likely to complain about the money than a new driver. A new driver doesn't know how much you used to get paid back in 2018, 2017, 2018. They don't know. They weren't driving. So when they get on the platform, they think, oh, this shitty pay must be what they pay all the time. That's what Uber and Lyft want. It's in their business model to rotate drivers because of the constant complaints of veteran drivers. Veteran drivers are the ones more likely to sue. New driver's not even going to sue because he just thinks, again, it was this bad all along. It was like, if The old drivers weren't complaining. Why should I? I met a new driver. He was in a rental program. I can't remember if it was for Uber or for Lyft, but he couldn't drive on the other platform because of the rental program. Most likely it was Uber. And he didn't make really any extra money. He basically was driving to pay for his transportation because he didn't have a car. So I was gonna rent a room to this guy, and he's telling me about, offers he's getting, and he's not complaining. I wonder why. And I started telling him what the pay used to look like before upfront pricing, and how upfront pricing is actually a pay cut. A lot of people don't know that. Upfront pricing is actually a pay cut. Because even though it gave us the ability of stuff we should have had all along, like upfront pricing, the ability to see where we're going, to have information, just as a contractor, you need to have certain information. That's when they hit us, where they took away the rate card. We're getting paid a set amount per mile per minute. That's where they got us. And it's like I don't even know how to say it. Some type of algorithm created bot that fluctuates the price and tries to get the lowest price, but not the same per driver and per passenger. Let me explain. I believe they're actually charging people based on their location as well. So you passengers, pay attention. I've noticed if you're in like Bristol or New Britain, for the same distance, because I asked people, how much did you pay? And compared to, say, someplace like West Hartford, that's higher end, they actually charge those people more, even if they don't live there. This is the funny part. I don't even think it's based on them living there. I think it's based on the pickup. So if I'm going to pick somebody up and they just happen to be getting picked up in West Hartford, they may charge them more even though they live in, say, even someplace like Waterbury. They live in Waterbury, which is lower end, but they're getting picked up in West Hartford. They get charged more based on that pickup. And the story came out that they were charging people more if their battery was low, because somehow they had the ability to give me 1 second. They had the ability to, on iPhones particularly, to see when your battery was getting low. I think iPhone recently shut off certain controls where you can't do that anymore, where you can't like tap into their phones as easy. So based on if your phone was dying or not, they knew they can get away with you charging more because you're in dire need. So you're not likely to, say you request a ride and your battery's about to die, you're stressing out. You're trying to get that ride before your phone dies. You're not concerned about the price as much as somebody who has a full battery. That's the theory anyway. So they proved that was going on. But the thing with the bonuses, I'm like, I know in a logical world, we're thinking, why wouldn't you want professionals picking up your best clients? They don't want professionals. They want pay. So if they can get a new driver that did a terrible job, but he picked up 5 times more people than, say, me, because I cherry pick. I mean, I cherry pick so bad, I already know both apps don't like me. But they continue to tolerate me because I'll come out here on days where nobody else is out here. Like today, the time I'm shooting this video, it's Labor Day. It feels like a Sunday. Nobody's out. But yet I'm still gonna take some rides today. But a lot of drivers are taking today off. So the app's gotta tolerate me, and they're gonna have to send me some stuff later on this afternoon. Maybe not this morning, but later on this afternoon. Because some people work today. They just go in a little bit later. And some people were getting be picked up to go home later on today. They gotta tolerate us, but if Uber or Lyft had their way, they would recycle new drivers every month, or probably every 3 months or something like that. Every 3 to 6 months, let's say. Just new drivers. Because new drivers don't complain. They don't complain, they don't ask questions, and they cherry pick a lot less. I believe if they send you a threatening email and you're a new driver, you're thinking, oh, I don't want to lose my Uber job, so you're more likely to follow your algorithmic boss, where I'm going to be like, whatever, and just keep out my day and doing what I'm doing. I did it for months. When they were telling us we couldn't do stop requests on shared rides, I got an email, and I still did it for a whole nother 3 months. Didn't get kicked off the platform, didn't get terminated. I kept doing it. I guarantee you, if I was a new driver, I would not have done that. I would have took the risk, because I'm afraid to lose my Uber job. It feels like, when it should be our partner, it's our boss. So this is where we're at. Like, where we're not getting any bonuses. I haven't got my what do you call that, matching pay crap on Thursday lately. I think last week was the last week I got that, matching crap that Lyft says we're supposed to get. And on a weekly basis, it was only at the highest $25. At the lowest, I think it was like $5. Some drivers were telling me they got nothing the whole time. So that, I don't even know if it's real, because you can't really do the math, because they make it so complicated to figure out that we don't even know how to calculate it, really. I got to go to like Show Me the Money Club from the Rideshare Guy channel, because the guy on there, Sergio, knows how to add this crap up better than most of us, just to figure out if we're getting scammed. You gotta really know math when you're dealing with these apps, and even then, they'll find a way to scam you. You're just gonna know that you got scammed, because you're the one out of 1,000 that figured it out. That's why I don't even do the math anymore. I don't try to do the screenshot game and give you guys proof. We all know we're getting scammed. We all know it. We know we're getting tips stolen. We know we're getting scammed. My tips have gone down dramatically, and I don't think it's because of the economy. You know why it's not the economy? And you know why I know? For a fact it's not economy. Because when I take cash tips, I don't have an issue. But when I get tipped in the app, and say, it might be somebody who'll say, well, I'll tip you $5 in the app, you may get $3. Somebody may say, well, I'll tip you $10 in the app, you may get $5. Why is that? You think these people are lying? No. I think more likely the app is lying than the customer. Because usually customers, if they're not going to tip you, they usually don't say anything. They'll just be like, yeah, I'll give you 5 stars. Like that's really doing something to better my life. Star rating. But it's something, I guess. But they'll say that. Well, I'll give you a 5 stars, whatever. But the ones that tip you, they're gonna usually tip you what they say. I think usually, at least in my case. And when I don't see it, I don't think it's the passenger trying to scam me. I think it's the app. I think it's the app purposely taking their percentage. And then you got to also understand another thing, that the apps don't want you to hit your minimum bonus for the day. Why is that? You'll stop driving. The faster you hit your minimum, in my case is 120 a day. I know it's small, but I'm trying to be out here driving full time. Once you hit your minimum or close to your minimum, I think the apps try to figure a way to keep you on longer. And I try to do 50 and 50, so that kind of throws the app off because you're not getting it all on one app. That's why I tell drivers, every Uber driver should also be a Lyft driver. You need diversity. But you will get loyal drivers that I only drive for Uber. You're hurting yourself by doing that, because now the app knows the minute you hit that 120, we got to play games now. He's getting close to that 120. What can we do to play games with him? If he's going to make this money, he's going to make it for real. We're going to make him go far on this last one. We're going to make him go all the way to New York for 50 bucks. From Connecticut to New York for 50 bucks. 75 at the most. When technically not even 100 is enough nowadays. Not even enough. Because you got to take that long drive back, and the state rules won't allow you to make any money on the way back. Different state, different laws. So it's a constant game with these apps, to the point where I must really like driving, because I've been playing this game now going on, I think I just hit 6 years with Lyft. So that means I'm at like 7 with Uber, or close to 7. I've been with Uber like a whole year longer than I was with Lyft. So, but I'm at my destination. I got to make a key. I'm at Walmart in, what town is this? Newington? Roland Turnpike? Connecticut? So I got to go make a key, because for some reason Lowe's department store makes really bad keys. So I'm going to check you guys. Thanks for listening to me rant again about why I hate my job, but I still love people. And I hope you support the channel. Check the links below. Subscribe, like, comment, even click that bell icon so you get updated when I upload a new video. And I'm going to see you guys in the next one. Thank you.